Hello everybody, it's story time and today's story is called Christopher Nibble. Are you sitting comfortably? Then we will make a start. What kind of animal is Christopher Nibble? I wonder if you can work it out. So, if there was one thing Christopher Nibble loved more than football, it was eating dandelion leaves. He ate dandelion leaves at breakfast time, at lunchtime, and at dinner time. And if Christopher felt peckish between meals, he ate more dandelion leaves. But it was not just Christopher who liked dandelion leaves. Mr. and Mrs. Nibble liked them. His sister liked them. And his friends liked them. Look at them all having a picnic of dandelion leaves. In fact, every guinea pig in Dandyville loved dandelion leaves. And here we have little village of Dandyville, and they're all eating, they're all going munch, munch, munch. All day long, the happy sound of munching and nibbling filled the air. Until, that is, dandelion leaves began to run out. Dandelion dishes were taken off the menus and dandelion drinks disappeared from the shelves. So there's no dandelion juice. And on the menu today, they've scrubbed out dandelion and they've written cabbage instead. And there's no dandelion soup, it's cabbage soup. And there's no dandelion and broccoli quiche. Guess what? Yeah, it's cabbage and broccoli quiche. The last few leaves could be bought on the internet for a huge amount of money. Here he is, look, he's on his computer. Soon, the worst thing imaginable happened. All over town, the dandelions had been munched to nothing more than bitten down stalks, and the guinea pigs had to make do. Oh dear, they don't look very happy, do they? They had to make do with chewy cabbage instead. Not so nice. Just one dandelion was left, but nobody knew about it, except for Christopher Nibble. It happened to be growing right outside his bedroom window. Can you see it? There it is. Christopher's mouth watered at the sight of it, but he knew he mustn't eat it or let anyone else eat it. Not if it was the last dandelion in town. It might even be the last dandelion in the whole world. He thought hard and decided to go to the library. The answers to most questions can be found in the library, can't they? In the library, it said, "Quiet, please." He borrowed a book called Everything You Need to Know About Dandelions, and he sat down to read it very carefully. He found a little cloche to protect his dandelion. So it's a bit like a glass bell jar that sits over the top. And every day he watered it and picked off the bugs. What bugs might he find? I can see some flies, maybe some snails. Every day he was very good about not taking even the tiniest nibble, while he waited and waited and waited. Can you see him looking at it? It's getting bigger. Until finally his dandelion had grown the most beautiful white head of tiny seeds. Very gently, Christopher picked it and carried it all the way up Daisy Chain Hill. Wonder why it's called Daisy Chain Hill. What kind of flowers can you see? Yep, daisies. When he reached the top, he had just enough puff to take a deep breath and the seeds filled the air. Can you see them? They're floating around and landed gently all over Dandyville. At first, nobody noticed, but soon the new plants started to sprout fresh leaves. My goodness, can you see all those fresh leaves? I'm going the wrong way. Fresh leaves all over Dandyville. And in no time at all, Dandyville was filled with the happy sound of munching once more. As for Christopher, he still loves playing football, but he obviously loves his dandelions and likes to nibble and munch them with his friends. My goodness. But now there's something he loves just as much as eating dandelions. Christopher loves growing them. Look at what he's done in his garden. He's got some beds that he's planted of dandelions. He's got his watering can, he's got his glass cloches. Looks like he's got quite a lot of dandelions growing there. Wow, that's the end of the story. My goodness me. So he had a problem. He went to the library and he found out the answer of what he might be able to do, and he fixed the problem. So he was actually really quite clever, wasn't he? So I was thinking about growing something, and I don't know whether you've ever done this before, but Mrs. Grotsky loves eating cress. And there's a little picture here of a cress head, and they're quite easy to do. I wonder if you've done one before, because planting something and watching it grow actually makes you feel really good. And it's wonderful to take care of it and watch it as it grows. So you just need some cress seeds. You need an empty eggshell, something to hold the eggshell in. You can decorate it with a funny face. Obviously, you've got the top open so that you can put some cotton wool inside. Now the cotton wool has to be damp with some water, and then you just sprinkle the seeds on top, put it in the windowsill, all right, so it can get some natural sunlight, and you can watch the beautiful cress grow up a bit like hair. And then I like to eat mine on a cream cracker with some margarine, but you can just cut it off. Once it's been washed, you can have a little nibble yourself and pretend to be Christopher Nibble. So perhaps you could maybe ask a grown-up about trying to grow something. Could be anything at all. But see you soon for another story time. Bye for now.